If you say you're a natural light photographer, what you're really telling me is that you have no clue how flash photography works. Hey, my name's Charles. I'm an award-winning wedding photographer based in Montana, and I bet my clickbait intro pissed some of you off. And while the majority of it is in jest, flash photography is this massive topic that a lot of people shy away from because it is scary and it is complex. This is going to be the start of a series where I walk through the basics and hopefully get into some more complex things about flash, how it works, and how to improve your photography. So first off, why even worry about flash photography? Well, the reality is, if you're a professional photographer, you need to be able to provide your clients great results any time of day, no matter what. You don't have the liberty to reschedule sessions when you have things booked out for a while. And if you're a wedding photographer especially, you don't have the ability to rework days. You need to be able to provide your clients excellent work, sun up to sundown, even past dark, rain or shine, beautiful venues, crappy venues, good light, bad light. You need to be able to provide your clients with excellent work, and flash is a huge component of doing that. So let's get into the basics. If you've been around photography for any amount of time, you've heard of the exposure triangle, aperture, ISO, shutter speed, and how all those work together to provide the exposure for your image. Add light in, that is like turning it into an exposure square. And light has some interesting properties that you have to be thinking through when creating images. The first thing is going to be called the inverse square law. This is the idea that if you bring a light close to your subject, it is going to be a lot brighter. Notice how even with this light up here, the exposure on my camera all the way down, the screen's going to black to compensate, and I'm still getting a hot spot here. If I pull this light out, it's getting a pretty nice flow, the light is distributing wider, and the hot spot isn't there as much. This is important to think about with flash because if you bring your light too close, it's going to get too bright. If it's too bright, you can just back it up a little bit. So one thing I forgot to mention here is that as you move the light twice as far away, it's going to be a quarter as bright. As you move it 3 times away, it's going to be 1/9 as bright. This is because as the light's traveling further, it's spreading out and the intensity keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. So now that you've got your flash, you're going to turn it on and you're going to see something like this. It's either going to say TTL or it might say manual and then some weird numbers like 1/256. First off, what is TTL? TTL stands for through the lens. Your camera is working with your flash or your flash receiver to guess the right amount of light to output to give you the correct exposure. Think of it as putting your camera on program. The camera's guessing the right exposure. Now this is going to work a lot of the time, but it's not going to always be consistent.